Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Gamertag Radio.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio, brand new episode here. And this time we're going to be talking about Battlefield 6. We went to the multiplayer review event here in Los Angeles, and it was an amazing event. Wow, it was like a lot of going on. So many things happening that week. But yeah, shout out to EA, also Tower Bruno PR for inviting us. But also on this episode we have Parris. Parris, how you doing, man?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good. We have the same hat, different colors. Look at that.
Yes.
Battlefield 6. Yeah, man. How you been, man? It's been a long week, the past couple of days.
Yeah,
man.
it's been busy, man. It's been crazy.
Yeah, man. How's everything after the Battlefield 6 event?
No, good. Everything's good. It's just gonna stay busy. I'm actually welcoming the break here over the next few days, but then it just picks right back up again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, you know what? That was a pretty good event. I think it makes more sense for a game like that to have an event locally somewhere, in the States or in Europe, instead of like going to like a Gamescom. Because I was thinking about, I'm like, man, there's so many things happening at the same time with Gamescom. I think it's good to have just one event, control the message, just have it there. And also another thing too is a game like that that's been mixed reviews the past, and also bad ones, the past couple of years. I think EA needed to have an event like that to invite all the creators and media, just focus on that game, besides having it at a big event,
Well, this is essentially was their Call of Duty Next. That's what this was. Where yes, you had media there, but it was mostly about all the big creators out there coming to an event, 2-day event, get hands on. You're able to live stream it, obviously capture just everything they were able to do. I thought what EA was able to pull off with that, it was great. It was a great reintroduction for Battlefield. I think we've just seen the reactions from the community. Everybody's excited about this game. We obviously had a blast playing it over a couple-day period. The beta is going to be later this week coming out, so everyone's going to be able to get hands on with it and check it out for themselves. So, yeah, couple things I want to say. When you get it is crazy to me that Vince Zampella essentially will be responsible for the two biggest first-person multiplayer shooters out there with Call of Duty and Battlefield #1. But you bring him in, you essentially get him to be the overseer and consolidate all the support studios for Battlefield under one banner, Battlefield Studios now, it's DICE. It is, oh my God, Ripple Effect, Criterion, Motive. Yes, and Motive. Those are the 4 studios that are supporting Battlefield 6, moving forward. So they did a great job. Second thing I want to say, because I mentioned Call of Duty Next. The one thing that I have seen the past few days is people online trying to put Call of Duty versus Battlefield. Stop it. These are 2 different games. They are not. They are not the same. Yes, they're in the same genre, the military shooter, all that. Battlefield is a more tactical game. It always has been. Call of Duty, arcadey is a strong word, but you get my point. It is more just fast-paced action as far as their multiplayer goes. Let's put it this way: the same creators that you saw at this Battlefield event, you're gonna see at Call of Duty Next. You can play them both. It is perfectly okay to like both. So there's no competition when it comes to that. Like, you got to play one or you got to play the other. Play both of them. They're both good. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just thought that was silly that all of a sudden we got to see a competition, because last time I checked, both franchises have been around for a very long time, so they can coexist. But yeah, it was fantastic this week in LA at that event. Like I said, I am not the greatest, Battlefield player in the world, but I had a ball. Loved it. Absolutely loved it playing it.
Yo, shout out to Vince and Pella. We saw him a couple times. Yo, he stopped me, I don't know, a couple times at the event. He's like, so what you think? What you think, man? And I'm like, yo, I told him, yo, man, it's really good. The game is so polished. You could tell that the team was very, very confident having this game playable early and inviting so many people. They're like, and they were proud. They were proud that they're working on this title, you know. So, and so I gave them props, and we also met a couple people from the team that worked on a couple things in this, man. But yo, bro, like the game, like I'm still. We the last time we played was what, Thursday? Yo, I'm still thinking about the game. Like that's how much fun I've been having playing it, man. You know. Now I was gonna ask you, Parris. I know there's 4 classes. There's Recon, Assault, Engineer.
Am I not allowed to comment on my conversation with Vince Zampella? You just moving it along?
Oh my god! All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I did want to just say real quick. You know, got a chance to talk to Vince as well, and ironically enough, the thing he is most excited about is Portal.
Yeah.
I mean, what they're doing with Portal. I mean, obviously we didn't get hands on with it. We just got to see the presentation like everyone else did. But looking at it, they're raising the stakes with Portal. They're definitely handing over more tools to the community to be as creative as possible. And I even told them, I just give it a week. Give it a week. Once this is released a week later, you're going to see some crazy shit, in there. So I'm excited for that as well. The fact that we're getting more community-laden tools to be able to create levels, to create different scenarios, within Battlefield. So I'm pretty excited about that as well. But yeah, no, you're talking about the classes. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna mention the four classes: Recon, Engineer, I believe. What is Assault, and I'm missing one more. What was the other one? Support. There you go, Support. I experimented with all of them. I'm not that good with Recon. Not good with that at all. I'm very surprised how much I enjoy playing Engineer. Really, really good with Engineer. With that one, you also will have like a rocket. You could use that to fight against tanks or.
Well, you saw the clip I put, right?
That was really cool. Was that you sniped that? You sniped it? That's what happened? You actually used a.
No, that was RPG. That was RPG. So I put a quick little clip on social media. I was playing as an engineer class, and I'm running up, and I see a helicopter coming overhead, and I basically eyeballed it, and I shot it out of the sky. But that's Battlefield, man. That's the whole point. Yeah. Which, by the way, I believe the way the classes can support each other, and I could be misremembering this correctly, but like the RPG does not have any kind of tracking on it, right? But I believe the Recon class can help you target planes and helicopters in the sky. So when you fire it, it'll track and go there. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I know one of the classes supports that. I'm pretty sure it's Recon, but I could be off on that.
Yeah, so we also everybody received this book at the event. We got this.
I left mine. I don't have it.
This is really good. This is a lot of information, bro. A lot of information about the multiplayer game. So they gave us this the second day. Like the first day, we got to play it, everything we captured. Then the second day we came back. They had this. They had the hat. They had a couple of things on our station. So yeah, here it breaks down everything. It talks about Portal. Talks about the classes, the anti-cheat, which I forgot to ask this question to the developers. I know like if you play a game like Call of Duty on a handheld device, like Steam Deck and so on, it won't let you play it because then it's thinking that you're cheating. So you automatically will get banned from the game. I want to know if it's something like that for Battlefield. Can we play this on a Steam Deck or something like that? Because one of the good things about this game too is you don't have to log into the EA app in order to play this game. Like this game will be available on Steam. You could just play it. So I wonder if that's gonna.
You won't be able to play it on the Steam Deck.
You won't? Why?
No, you can't do anti-cheat on Steam Deck on Steam OS.
So we'll still consider as cheating then, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything that does any kind of anti-cheat, because it's Linux, the operating system, it won't work.
It won't work? Okay, good to know.
But
yeah,
you will be able to play it on the Asus ROG Xbox Ally.
Oh,
because it's Windows. Because Windows you can do anti-cheat.
Okay.
So any Windows handheld, yes, you can, but the Steam Deck you won't be able to.
Might as well try with that then. Oh man, it's all good. But so the classes I enjoyed the most, of course, Assault was like the best, but the one that surprised me the most, like I was saying earlier, engineer. And I think my other one that I really liked was support. But those are my top three. What was like your top three, Parris, out of the 4 classes for you?
I mean, I did majority assault, and I'm actually kicking myself in hindsight. I should have experimented more with the classes. Engineer was probably the one I used the second most. One time I think I ran out with recon, just with a sniper rifle, just to see what it was like. And then, obviously the support class. Ironically enough, the person that was rocking support the most while we was playing was Snowbike Mike. And you see, like, every class has a benefit to it. You definitely want to play them all. Like, don't just run out, play assault every time, right? You definitely want to experiment with the classes. You obviously, within your squad, you want to kind of coordinate those because they all synergize with each other, right? But when Mike was running around as support class, anytime somebody was going down, boom, because you can instantly get them back up, right? There's no delay to get them back up. So he's instantly getting people back up. He's throwing out med kit, like all that stuff that he was able to do. So, I mean, I remember him just saying that wound up being his favorite class, playing as support. But yeah, the majority one I played was as assault. And then, engineer. Engineer was a lot of fun to do as well.
Yeah, I know we played a couple modes too. We played Conquest, Domination. Of course, I have like the Team Deathmatch. That was like a smaller map, like the one from New York, the New York level, and the Cairo one. What was the other ones that we also was available there, playable besides those? Breakthrough. There you go, Breakthrough. So the way how the beta works is every few minutes they'll open up a mode and a level, and then they will be there for a certain limited time, and then the next one will go, and you have to select that one. So there's gonna be a couple where it's the same mode, but they have different maps in there. So let's say it will be there for like 30 to 40 minutes, and then they'll show you the next map and next mode that's gonna pop up after that. So once that that level and mode closes, then the next one will pop up, but it will come back. It's like a rotation. It's always changing and everything like that, So at first I was like, oh man, I wanted to play this, but I couldn't because it was still locked, But I think it worked out for this because it was a certain amount of people that were playing. I think once the beta goes out to the world, I think there's more also testing. They're also testing the servers of everything like that. So I like the way the whole rotation thing works out. It was really, really cool. Now, I wonder if it's going to have ranking and all that stuff. I don't know if it's going to be like that for launch.
Not in the beta, but when we get to launch, yeah.
We'll see. Because sometimes they'll add that like later part of the season 1, package or something like that. So they probably will have it open for a couple of days, and then season 1 starts, and etc. So that's what I think. But yeah, Parris. Anything else that stood out to you about the beta for you?
Well, the fact that we were playing on the actual multiplayer servers. We weren't in because we're at the event, so it wasn't like, oh, these are just local servers at the event that you were playing on. We were actually out online playing like anybody else that in the world that would have had that build could have jumped in and been a part of what we were playing. So I thought that was cool because what you mentioned before was how polished the game is. There's honestly no issues while we were playing. Didn't see any kind of crazy lag or nothing on there. So the fact that we were out there in the real world multiplayer servers being able to play, and it was a smooth experience. And again, small sample size, obviously, of people that are on there at the time, but that's a good sign that they were even confident now, with this big event is like, yeah, we're putting this on the real servers. Just jump in and go play.
Yeah, I know people are probably going to ask, like, okay, you guys been to multiple Battlefield events throughout the years. You play Battlefield and everything. What is it that stood out to you with this one than the previous one? And for me, I'll tell you this, I didn't like the beta from the last one. Didn't like the game at all. I feel it was very buggy, not polished at all. Wasn't fun to play it at all. This one, I got in. It felt fast, like I said, polished. And the most important thing, super, super fun. I just love the return of the classes and everything like that. I had a lot of issues with the last game. A lot of issues. But this one, man, they took their time, and there's multiple studios working on this. I think they went all out, honestly. Battlefield Studios.
Well, it's interesting you bring up 2042 because I remember at the time 2042 when that beta came out. I mean, I was on XCast. Delay this. This is not ready. Don't put it out. This it feels underbaked. The whole thing. And then obviously, in the end result, it was not ready, and it wound up being unfortunately a disappointment. For Battle, for EA and the whole team. Whereas this one, this feels ready. This feels like, yeah, put it out. Let's go play it. Let's unlock more of the modes because obviously it's the beta. Everything's limited right now, but I feel way more confident about what they showed us so far with Battlefield 6 compared to what we had with 2042. And I will say this, obviously not, putting names to it or whatever, but talking to, some of the developers in there, they did not shy away from the essentially the failures of 2042. Like, yeah, we effed up. And this is our opportunity, to redeem ourselves and get Battlefield back in the good graces of the community. Because I do think the common theme that you heard from any Battlefield veterans that have been playing this franchise for a long time, this felt way more like Battlefield 3 than it did Battlefield 5 or Battlefield 1 or any of the 2042 or anything. This felt like a return to its roots. This felt like a return to what made Battlefield great. So that Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 era versus what we've seen, in more current times. So yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm really looking forward to, obviously we'll jump into open beta, this weekend because they're going to do 2 weekends. So this weekend there'll be the early access period, which starts August 7th. And then it'll just be open to everybody starting on August 9th, essentially on all platforms, PC, Xbox, PlayStation. And then they'll do a second weekend the following week as well. And then it'll obviously go dark leading up to launch October 10th. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing in the open beta where it's really going to expose, are the servers going to hold up? Are there any issues, glitches, anything that we're seeing that the team wouldn't, and they'll obviously have a couple months time to work on that. But that's what this beta is going to be about, is let's really stress test it and see if they're ready, for launch on October 10th. And then I did see a comment in the chat asking about Firestorm. Do they need it at launch? You're not getting that at launch. That'll be next year. Seemingly, obviously from what they showed, because they're going to debut that in Battlefield Lab, so there'll probably be NDAs and all that stuff under that, but that won't be open to the public. So I'm assuming that will be part of their roadmap coming down the road. Like, all right, let's get it launched. Let's get the initial maps out. Let's get the initial modes out. And then we'll probably see a second wave, and then it'll be Firestorm. Firestorm is Battle Royale, which will be, in Battlefield as well. So let's see. Again, bringing back to the silly comparison with Call of Duty. Call of Duty has its place. Battlefield has its place. I want Battlefield to be great because I need another option compared to what we have with Call of Duty. I thought Delta Force was going to be that, but Delta Force is just very buggy. If you've played it at all, in recent months, there's just not buggy, I should say, the cheating. There's an extreme amount of cheating happening in Delta Force. So hopefully whatever anti-cheat they're putting in Battlefield, that sticks. We don't see a bunch of crazy cheating in that game, and it has a successful launch, and it's just going to be a blast to play.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to check out Portal. I know we mentioned this briefly earlier. The amount of game modes that the community is going to create in this, oh my god, it's going to be wild, bro. It's going to be wild. Look, when we were there at the event, people were screaming, clapping when they show Portal. Because here's the thing, like when you play a game like Halo from back in the days, I remember people could create game modes and maps and all this stuff, right? There was stuff that people created within the community that was added in the game later, like years later, because it was created from the fans. So that's the type of thing that I am very excited about. What people are gonna come up with, man. So, and I forgot to mention this too. I know that a lot of people got to see the streamers and creators showing off the beta, and I also talked to the team about this. So this beta is gonna have a lot of content. I mean, for beta, this is mind blowing to me. 4 levels, 4 game modes, and it's gonna be playable for everyone. Everybody that signed up or or has an opportunity, is going to be available for everyone, man. It's going to be a lot of fun to play.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah, I know you did that. I'm just bringing it up. Well, I can't talk about it. I know you said that. Yeah. But you never said that I asked that question to the team. A lot of people didn't know about that. I know. I'm trying to promote my interview. Damn it. The heck? Anyways, besides that, I know they showed off the battle royale mode in their Firestorm, right? I'm wondering, Parris, like, what is it new that could add in this one besides just a Battlefield vibe in there? You know, like any thoughts on that? Like what you think?
I mean, I don't know. Firestorm isn't new to Battlefield, so bringing it back now in 6, obviously that was just a tease that we saw in there.
Sure.
So I'm assuming, like, here's my thought. Right now, we're just launching Battlefield 6. There'll be a time and a place to properly talk about Firestorm and make a bigger deal about it. So I think that was just a tease to let people know that, yep, Ripple Effect's working on it. We're gonna have it at a later date. We're gonna test it in Battlefield Labs, and then probably post-launch, maybe early next year or something like that, Firestorm will essentially have its own big reveal and event as well, where they can talk about all the new features and modes too. So yeah. I'll be curious to see. Very curious.
Yeah, I know people probably asked this online, but and I think I saw this briefly somewhere, where the game is gonna be 60 FPS for consoles too. You know, I know one of the questions that I read here is it confirmed if this is gonna have cross progression and cross platform? Yes, it will have cross progression and cross platform. So look, you could play this on the console, switch it to a PC, all your stats.
No Switch.
Not Switch. No. I didn't say.
What did you say? What did you say?
Switch to another.
Oh, I thought you were, because the way you said it made it sound like you said it Switch.
Listen. Switch from console to PC.
Okay.
God.
But be specific. No, the reason I'm saying that, being serious, is Vince did specifically say they're not planning a Switch version for Battlefield at all.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. They don't They don't need to. Yeah, I mean, that's about it so far from that type of thing. Like, yes, it will have cross save, cross platform, and everything like that. So I think there is an option where you could turn it on or turn it off if you want this to be cross platform through consoles.
They did say that.
Yeah, I know they mentioned that a couple times. You know, so I probably will have it open. I don't mind playing with PC players at all. You know, so yeah. Anything else, Parris?
I will be curious to see talking more about private servers, because that's obviously a big part of this as well. Being able to have private servers, private matches that, you know, the community is going to be able to set up and do. There's been some critique about us having a server browser in there as well. So there's still more conversations to have leading up to launch about it. But I think for a reveal to the initial, hey, here's the game, here's a bunch of people playing it for an extended period of time, I think it showed off very well. It definitely renewed interest in Battlefield, like I said, which I think is obviously was the goal for what they were doing. So, you know, again, kudos to the entire team for what they were be able to put together this week. And y'all see me on the Battlefield dying a lot later this week. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm planning to post some video clips. I have a lot too. So yeah, yo, bro, the game is dope. All right, so a couple of days ago, I got a message from our listener, one of our listeners, Keanu
Reeves, really?
Sorry,
wow,
Keanu.
That's awesome.
Keon, sorry. From Keon. And he asked about, you know, Nintendo raising the price of the original Switch, which that console's been around for a very long time. And look, people are still buying those. Still buying it, right? So I know I'm going to look for the official price for the original Switch. Because I know it just went live recently. So the original Switch went up. The price increased for $40 now. So now you can buy for $339.99. Switch OLED went up $50 more, $399.99. While the Switch Lite was also a $30 increase, $229.99. And I don't want to get it political or anything like that, but yo, it's the tariffs, man. Like, I mean, companies are gonna raise them. You know, a lot of things, not only from gaming side, but also tech in general. Everything is just going up because of it. You know, so I think if it wasn't for the tariffs, I think Nintendo would have kept it same price. I don't see them decreasing it because it's still selling, but that's Nintendo. But I get it why people are angry, but I see a lot of people blaming Nintendo for this. And it's not only Nintendo, it's multiple companies. I mean, look, there's even stores that also mention companies, retail stores, that they're raising prices. Products raising prices because of tariffs, you know? So, Parris, you have any thoughts on that? No? Okay. Just want to mention that. Because I know he asked for us to talk about briefly, but I mean, that's about it. There's nothing really new about it. It's Nintendo, you know.
Well, I do have something to say. I don't necessarily agree with you. That's why I was like, I really have nothing to say, because I don't just go, oh, well, it's just Nintendo. Oh, well, it's just tariffs. No. Stop raising prices. Period. Take the loss. Why is it constantly passed on to consumers? That's what I'll say, and I'll shut up on that. But all of it's BS, in my opinion. All of it.
I mean, look, the thing I will say that to protest about this, just don't buy it. I mean, a lot of people that have been saying it, they don't even have a Nintendo Switch, the original Nintendo Switch. You know, the console's been around for 8 years? They could have bought this a long time ago, and they didn't. I mean, and now that's the part that I don't get, Parris.
Well,
that's
see, but
and I'm not blaming. I'm not saying blame the consumers. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it at all. But at the same time, it's like, Parris, it's multiple companies are doing it. So are you going to blame to every single company that's raising a price?
Yes.
Look, I even have.
Yes, I am. 100% am. Yes.
Let me finish. I have a friend, a close family friend, that has a business that has a clothing company. And because of this is happening now with tariffs, he also has to raise the price. Is that his fault? And he's an independent business owner. He is not a Nintendo company or like a major company. So I can't blame him for him raising the price. Companies are going to do whatever they want. That's their business. I don't agree with it, but I think it's just more than just blaming one company. That's what I'm trying to say.
I just told you I'm blaming all of them. And a small business, I understand. A big corporation that is making record profits, no, I have no sympathy for that. I don't excuse it at all. Mm-hmm. It is insane that, to the point that you're like maybe some people haven't bought it yet, right? Mm-hmm. And just don't buy it. But here's the thing, Danny. There's people that couldn't maybe not necessarily afford whatever the console price was at launch. And what typically happens, or what has always happened, I should say, until now, the price lowers. It makes it more affordable so more people can go pick it up later in the generation. Not go up and make it less affordable so less people can actually go buy it. So that's why I try to not dive into this too much, because it does upset me. It is BS. Again, this is companies. Again, like we were talking last week about the Sony and PlayStation games going more places. You constantly always got to grow. You constantly got to make more money. So now that these stupid tariffs are in here, less money. We're making less money now. We're making less profit. Well, we're going to pass that on because we got to continue to have record profit. We got to continue to grow. So as the consumers, we're the ones that suffer. So when I do see people complaining about this, 100% get it and it's valid. I don't tell them, well, just don't go buy it. Oh, just whatever. No, it should be cheaper. The thing's 8 years old. Why are we spending more for something 8 years in? So this is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. There are no excuses. There are no whataboutisms. Don't raise the price. That's what I say. Don't raise the price. I don't care about your profit. I don't care. I'm the consumer, Danny. I don't care about your profit. I don't care about your growth. I care about my wallet. So I don't do I get it. I don't do I don't know. So that's why. So that's why I don't. This is why you shouldn't ask me. Because this is why I don't want to talk about it. Because it always makes me mad every time. I don't like talking about it.
Parris, here's the thing. The most powerful way to handle all this, yes, be vocal, but yo, don't buy it. Don't buy it. Vote with your wallet. We always say that. We've been saying that for years. Where there's something that you don't like and you want to protest in a very powerful way, is to not buy it, not to invest in that, right? Look, PlayStation raised the price, Xbox raised the price. Now Nintendo's now is like the third company. I don't support it. I don't, like, I wanted people to understand that I'm not trying to say, well, it's just part of the business and this and this and that. Oh, of course, I'm not supporting this at all, right? But at the same time, it's a worldwide thing that's happening with multiple companies. It's not just in gaming. It's everything is going up. And what else we're supposed to do then? You're
missing my point. You're missing my point. I agree with everything that you're saying. It's not about the reality of it. It's about you're making this industry, you're making things less affordable for the average person to be able to actually enjoy it. You're making gaming an elitist club with this price raising. Can I afford to get it? Yes. Of course. I got Switch right behind me. Okay. I go buy it, raise price, whatever. I can afford to do so, but I'm also very sympathetic to people that cannot. And I guess that's where it comes, the voting with your wallet thing. They don't care. Hey, brokey, we don't care about your wallet because the pay pigs will go buy it at the raised price, and we still make record profits and we lose nothing. That's my thing about it. Make it more affordable to get more people to actually be able to play games. That's what I'm saying. And it goes beyond just gaming. Obviously, other industry, where prices are raising too. But the point is, we're talking about video games. We're talking about hardware that even 8 years ago was underpowered. Now here it is 8 years later. Instead of it at least staying the same damn price, you're making it more, right? Mm-hmm. Xbox, PlayStation, all of them. These are old. This is old hardware. And now I got to pay even more. So basically, you're telling me if I didn't go buy it 5 years ago, I'm SOL because now I got to pay you even more to play old tech. No, I don't agree with that. I don't. So that's why I honestly do get a little heated about this because, and I'm not picking on you, Danny.
No, I look like you are.
I probably should, but I see way too many people whataboutism excusing this away. No, you should not excuse this away. You should not be okay with paying, paying more. You shouldn't. There's a reason Battlefield 6 is $70. There's a reason the Outer Worlds 2 just lowered their price to $70. To what you were saying, people do need to vote with their wallets with this. People do need to make a stand against this stuff because it's not like these companies are hurting if they just kept the price the same. Okay, fine. Tariffs coming in, you can't lower the price. I get it. Why are you raising it? Don't raise it. At least make it somewhat affordable so more people can play this stuff. That's my whole thing with it. And that's why, again, don't ask me these questions because I don't like talking about it.
It's all good. I know one person mentioned about exactly why they want to get into the handheld business too. $700 to $1,000 device is crazy. Where is this $1,000 device? It's not confirmed. I don't know where they got this from. It's not confirmed from Xbox or anybody else. Not Nintendo either. So where they got this $1,000 device?
Well, a little off on that. Again, if you go by what leaked, the European price is 599 euros and 899 euros, which we assume will translate to U.S. pricing of $599 and $899. But then you add in tax. I get what the person's trying to say. These things aren't cheap. But, bro, you and I have said this from when we went hands-on back in June at Showcase, because I'm assuming he's talking about the Xbox Ally X. It's going to be pricey, and we knew it was going to be pricey. If the damn Switch 2 is $450, $500, what do you think the more powerful Windows PC handheld is going to be? Of course it's going to be more. So I'm not shocked by it, but that still doesn't mean, hey, at least with that. Okay, so let's back it up a little bit. At least with the PC handheld, you don't have to get one. It isn't essential for you to be able to play the game. The Switch 2, you have to pay. It's the only way you can play a Nintendo game, right? The Xbox, obviously, you don't need the handheld to play the Xbox. You go to the console, but hell, they raise the price on that too. So it's like everywhere you look, prices are raising. And like I said, you're just not making it affordable for more people. I mean, we saw the job report. Despite what somebody might be trying to hide, we saw it. It sucks. Economy sucks right now.
Yeah, economy sucks. And look, I want people to understand I am not supporting this. I'm not supporting this at all. It's more of a conversation that people are just blaming just one thing, and this is beyond than just that. There's a lot of things. The economy sucks. Tariff is everywhere, all over the place. Like, it's just it sucks in general. It sucks in general, and people can't afford to buy these, like, all these expensive devices, man, and things, man. You know, from the gaming side, I'm talking about. It's just too expensive, you know. So, and look, we've been through that stage back in the days, which was even worse because technology wasn't how this like now. Back then, and there was no rules also with gaming cartridges because it was all over. Like, some games $60, some $100. It was just all over the place, you know. But I strongly think that the reason why a company like Xbox lowered the price for Outer Worlds 2, of course, the feedback, but pre-orders numbers, all that, like, people decided not to do it. They voted with their wallet, and it affected the decisions for Xbox to lower the price. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. But here's the thing, Parris. When Take-Two / Rockstar decides, hey, our game is going to be this price. Let's just make believe $100. Of course, everybody's going to complain about it, but they're going to buy it. So it's like, how are you going to vote with your wallet if people are still supporting this? You know, that's the part I'm kind of like, it just sucks because people are going to be like, damn, I also want to play Grand Theft Auto. I've been waiting for years to play this. And then it's just not the right price. You get what I'm saying? So it just sucks. Just want to say that. But stop picking on me, Parris.
No.
Stop picking on me.
No, absolutely not.
Anyways, anything else before we wrap it up?
God, what else has even happened now? We're so busy at that Battlefield thing. I mean, I'll say this. A conversation that did come up, we'll keep it nameless, that during the Battlefield event was, because you and I obviously talked about the whole PlayStation job listing thing and all that stuff, right? And a certain someone we know said it's not news and that they weren't going to talk about it. And we wound up having a whole an hour debate with multiple people about, is it news, is it not? But the reason I bring that up is it was interesting to hear different perspectives on that. I think it's news. I think it's something you should talk about personally. But then this person, you don't know how to cook, said it's not news. But then we heard from other people. Some was like, yes, it is. Like, we actually talked to other actual journalists, right? Like gaming media journalists. Some of them were like, yeah, I think it is news. And then you had some that were like, no, they didn't think it was. And to hear that back and forth conversation was interesting because I think ultimately I land on it's news because sure, it's just a job listing, but it sparks a bigger conversation about where the industry is headed as a whole. That I do think console exclusivity is really starting to become a thing of the past. And obviously over the past year, we've heard various comments back and forth about, is it, it's just Xbox, wait, maybe it's not, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But I think what we are seeing, those walls are definitely tearing down now, right? Where it's more about bring the games to where the people are comfortable playing versus you telling me I got to come to you to play the game. And we are seeing now with sales numbers, things like that is a reality. Let's just take Forza Horizon 5 as an example. To see how well Forza Horizon 5 sold on the PlayStation 5 says a lot because that game is 4 years old. It's been available for a while. So if you really wanted to have played Forza Horizon 5, you could have just went and got an Xbox or hopped on a PC and played it already, right? But what this says is people are entrenched into their digital libraries and ecosystems, and they're not moving. That's what that told me. So what do? You can, again, I'll say it, Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer himself said, it doesn't matter if Starfield's an 11 out of 10. We lost the most important generation, which was the digital library generation. So that, again, says it doesn't matter how great Starfield could have been, is whatever you feel about the game. If I don't have an Xbox or a PC, I'm not going to play Starfield. Bring it to PlayStation, which is about to happen, we know, but people are going to go buy it. And I think we will see the inverse of that with certain PlayStation games. If they do come to other platforms, you will have an audience that would have never bought a PlayStation, but want to play, as an example, Ratchet and Clank, Spider-Man. They'll go buy it because they want to go play it. I think The Last of Us obviously is a great candidate for this as well. So this hurts nobody. I think people worried about, hardware sales. You're going to identity. No. What we're realizing is people that have a PlayStation 5 right now, guess what they're going to do in a couple years? They're going to buy a PlayStation 6. People that have an Xbox right now in a year or two, what are they going to do? They're going to go buy another Xbox. If they had neither, they're going to continue to not have either and play on PC or wherever they play. Bring the games to where those people are. If the game's great, they're going to buy it and they're going to play it. I think that's the point. I think ultimately that's the whole point about it. And about your stupid console war and about your brand loyalty. It's about, do you want great games to play? Yes. Then bring them everywhere. Who cares? Ultimately.
Yeah. I think when Gears comes out, I think that's going to surpass Forza Horizon, I think, man, because it's the hype level that I see of people that are they already pre-order and can't wait to play this, the full version once it comes out in a couple weeks. It's pretty high, and it's multiple games too, Parris. I think it was like 6 games out of the whole year. I think it was all Xbox games on PlayStation. That's wild to me, yo.
I'm going to give you an example of a game that people probably aren't even thinking about, but when it does come to PlayStation 5, because it's going to happen, is going to be big on the platform. Flight Sim.
Yeah.
When Flight Simulator 2024 is on the PlayStation 5, watch. The accessories, because remember, now you got to get the flight stick. Like, there's going to be all the accessories that they're not going to make for the PlayStation. It's a game visually stunning, just everything that comes with Flight Sim. Watch it do numbers on the PlayStation. And that's the whole point. And that game's been available forever, but you will have people that are only on PlayStation that I ain't buying an Xbox. I ain't building a PC. Oh, wait, it's on the PlayStation now and I can play it? I'm getting it. I'm going to play it. And to your point about Gears of War, and we played it already, but Gears of War Reloaded already looks great, plays great. When on August 26th, you will see people running out it for $40 to go buy that game and play it on PlayStation. Just as you will see people on August 26th run out and spend $40 to buy Helldivers 2 on Xbox.
Yeah,
Same
I was
thing.
going to ask you, do you think Helldivers 2 is going to be successful on Xbox? Do you think
Yes,
so?
100%. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. And if a game's good and now it's available to people that didn't have access to it before, they're gonna go buy it, and that's the point I'm making with this. You know, this is what we're realizing now. Look, it's weird. I've definitely said dumb stuff over the past year or so, but when the dust settles and you actually look at what's happening, okay, I get it. I get why it's happening for various reasons. Again, the corporations, the growth, all that money, that's what spurs all of this. But you also realizing there's audiences out there that want to play these games that simply didn't have access to it before.
Yeah. I can't wait to play Helldivers. I think it'll be fun on Xbox. Can't wait.
Oh, you haven't played it already? I thought you played it already.
No, I played it on PC.
Oh, you're just saying you want to play it on Xbox.
Yeah. Just
because you're an Xbot. I get it. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I'm the one that hosted a game showcase and all this stuff. Please. And look, he's talking about Flight Sim because he is the spokesman.
I am 100%. I don't shy away from that. I'm proud of that. You damn right. I am Mr. Flight Sim. You damn right I am. Happy to say it.
Parris goes, hey, can you take a picture of me at the Battlefield event? And he put his glass on. I'm like, bro, this is now this is not Microsoft Flight Sim, bro. This is Battlefield.
Yes, it is. Everything's Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay,
everything. It's life. It's life.
Everything.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, it's good that we talk about that, man, because look, the conversation that we talked about earlier about prices going up and everything. People are not going to buy other consoles. If this game is available on that same game is available in all platforms, people are going to go with that. They're not going to go and buy another console just to play that game. That's not a very small group of people will do that. Very small percentage. Very small percentage. But if you have it, PC and Xbox and all that, people are going to do that. Just stay with the ecosystem and play that, like you said. So, I think we should wrap it up, man. I think it was good amount of time here that we talked and everything. But everyone, thank you for listening to Gamertag Radio. Hopefully we'll be back next week. We'll see. There's a couple of things coming up.
No, I won't.
You won't?
I gotta go to a wedding next weekend, so I won't be around.
Power's gonna be like this. Woo, dancing area at the wedding. No, but we'll be back. We got some stuff cooking for the next couple of weeks. You know, and I'm actually going to an event that almost like.
Now that I think about it, I literally won't be back on GTR again until probably the 31st of August.
Wow, that's a whole month.
I mean,
I forgot.
I'm looking at the calendar because I'll be at Gamescom. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Don't worry, we'll figure something out. If it's not live, we'll have something recorded. I could record something with Ree. I know Ree's here. Shout out to her. She's here. We got something cooking. Don't worry. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to GTR. For those who are watching, stay here for our after show. All right.